Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some interesting things to go over because the brand new trailer for Pokemon Go did drop a couple of days ago, introducing Generation 8 into the mobile game. But of course, on the other side of the coin, we have the whole issue surrounding Pokemon Go at the moment and why a bunch of people are now boycotting the game because of recent updates. As well as that, we have an insider coming out and talking about the future of Pokemon, Generation 9, a new Let's Go game, Detective Pikachu. Of course, that's not set in stone, it's not 100% confirmed, but this insider does seem to have a little bit of reliability behind them. But we're going to look at it today. If you are excited for the video though, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new trailer for Pokemon Go. Now, this dropped a couple of days ago on the 3rd of August. I would have covered it, but I had other things to go over in the videos that have come out previously. But this was tweeted out from PokeExperto, and it basically says, Galar's Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Go. So it's a 30-second trailer, and as you can see, we got Hooper kind of creating these wormholes, just flying through a normal street. And then we have Generation 8 Pokemon falling out of these wormholes. We have Wooloo there, obviously, jumping out. Then we have some more wormholes over here with Squover jumping out, eating some berries as well. Well, grapes, he's having a bit of that. And then we obviously have the boys jumping out of their wormholes as well. I don't know how many Generation 8 Pokemon are going to be in this update, or if they're going to do... They're probably not going to do the whole Pokedex because they never usually drop like a whole Pokedex in an update. But there's probably going to be a fair few. Obviously, we've got Phalanx, Wooloo, and Squover so far. And then we have Zacian and Zamazenta also being available in the game. So they've kind of skipped Generation 7, I do believe. That's what people are saying. Obviously, I haven't played Pokemon Go in a long time, but it's the 5th anniversary. I don't know why they're doing Generation 8 instead of Generation 7. There must be some sort of reason for it. But yes, Zacian and Zamazenta are also going to be available in the game with a bunch of other Generation 8 Pokemon. So I don't really know when this update is. It doesn't really say, it just says play today. Maybe you guys know, I'm not too sure. Like I say, I'm a little bit out of touch with Pokemon Go. And even more so now because of the whole situation going on. So this was tweeted out, well not tweeted out, but it was posted by My Nintendo News. And it's basically, if you're living under a rock, there's been a massive issue with Pokemon Go recently because they're basically making an update to kind of take the game back to what it was pre-COVID. Which would be fine if we were out of a pandemic, but the virus is still here. So why are they now putting it back to pre-COVID when COVID is literally still a massive problem in today's society? I don't know. A lot of people are boycotting the game. Let's read this article. So it says, Pokemon Go is lowering the Pokestop and gym interaction radius back to how it was pre-COVID. Fans and influencers propose boycott. So Niantic recently made the controversial announcement that Pokemon Go will be removing some of the bonuses added to the game that made it more accessible during the COVID-19 pandemic, starting with the US and New Zealand as of 1st of August. So it's actually already taking place in a few countries. This includes reverting the Pokestop and gym interaction radius from the updated 80 meters to the original 40 meters. These changes are being made with the intention of restoring the focus of Pokemon Go on movement and exploration. As some parts of the world slowly return to a sense of normalcy, the radius increase proved to be highly useful for many reasons apart from just the coronavirus, however, and fans of the mobile game phenomena are expressing their displeasure with the removal of the feature. What's also interesting is the fact that it's not actually come to the UK yet, this update, when we're literally like one of the countries with a lot of vaccinated people, whereas the US is obviously, the population is massive, so obviously it's going to take a lot longer to vaccinate everybody in that country. So the fact that they're bringing this to the US straight away is just going to cause more problems as well. Surely it should get released to the countries that, you know, COVID isn't as much as an issue. Like in the UK, we don't have lockdown now. We're out of restrictions. Everything's back to normal. Obviously, you still got to wear masks and everything like that. Well, you don't, but, you know, you should. But yeah, just the fact that it's coming to like countries that are still like heavily dealing with COVID, it's just also beyond. I don't really know what's going on with Niantic at the moment. Also, they've made a change.org petition as well, calling to keep increased Pokestop and gym interaction distance. Secured over 130,000 signatures, and then obviously we have Pokemon Go YouTubers basically calling Niantic out, which obviously they should, because this is just such a ridiculous thing that Niantic are doing. Pokemon Go is consistently played by millions of trainers around the world, and removing this overall positive update seems like quite a harmful decision. Not only does the extra distance help with reducing the spread of COVID with the rise of the Delta variant, it also makes the game safer, more accessible to the handicapped, and prevents trespassing and loitering around businesses. Hopefully Niantic makes an active effort to listen to the community's feedback following the obvious backlash. So yeah, this is obviously a massive problem in Pokemon Go right now. Again, I have no idea why they've done this. It literally makes zero sense. It's obviously just something they need to revert back instantly. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this? I'm guessing everybody's pretty much against it. I don't know why you'd be for it. It literally has zero positives and so many negatives. But anyway, that's all the Pokemon Go stuff in today's video. Next up, we have this insider that's basically made a thread about a bunch of upcoming Nintendo stuff, including Pokemon. Now this, obviously, it's not really a new insider, but they are followed by quite a few trusted sources like Helios and stuff like that. So maybe they are kind of legit, but I've not really heard of this insider that much. They posted this thread on the 16th of July, so it was a while ago. But, you know, we'll have to read it, see what it says. But anyway, they start off with the DK 2D New Adventure, which is one of the big hits for next year. Still unclear since there was planned for this holiday season time ago, but will make sense to use it as a closing or opening FY. Splatoon 3 should come early next summer. We haven't really had anything about Splatoon since it was announced in the Nintendo Direct. And then Buddy Mission, Bond, it's unlikely to be localized since Famicom Detective Club didn't perform very well. Numbers are estimated to be under 25k worldwide. There's plans for a new entry for FDC, but with this situation, it's unlikely to happen. Next up, we got Style Boutique Savvy for Switch waiting to be released at some point, probably around Christmas time or early 2022. But they're holding this release as a random release in a week, in week months. So basically, when like sales aren't doing very well, they're gonna drop this basically. Next up, we got Bayonetta 3 not shown at the E3. Really weird, since I heard that the game is at the final stage of development. There is stuff ready to be shown in September or late this year. There will release first trailer. There is also 1 to 2 PG ports ready and waiting on the bench. And now obviously we are supposedly getting a Nintendo Direct in September. A few insiders have spoken about it, but we usually get one in September anyway, so it's not too difficult to kind of expect one. So very likely to see Bayonetta in that Nintendo Direct. Obviously it's August now, so it's going to be next month that we probably get a Nintendo Direct. Hopefully we get some Pokemon news before that Direct as well, and then we get some more Pokemon news in that Direct, because obviously Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are going to be coming out in a couple of months after September's Direct. Next up, we got Intelligent S is supervising Advance Wars 1+2, done with WarioWare. Again, another thing that's probably going to be featured in the September Nintendo Direct. Finished the new Fire Emblem Echoes 1H 2022 and working on the Paper Mario remake 2022 to 2023. It's also working in a small game for the eShop. Next up, we have the next LG next game going smoothly, probably ready for the show at some point next year. There's also an early prototype for Wii's Punch Out on the Switch, maybe for a future port / remake or a sequel. Then we have Rhythm Paradise / Heaven gets a green light for a new entry for Switch months ago, but I shouldn't expect it until 2023. Pikmin 4 was a game with many years of work behind and one unofficial restart around 2016 to 2017, similar to MP4. Finally, the game is very close to be finished. I'm so excited for Pikmin 4, man. I love Pikmin so much, bro. I feel like a lot of people sleep on this game, but it's such a good game. I absolutely love it. Next up, we have Kirby's Next Big Adventure is something to be expected in 2022. Game was designed as a 3D adventure with RPG elements, which sounds pretty good. An RPG Kirby game, like I'm totally down for that. Next up, we have Metroid Prime Collection, which should be ready for the first half of 2022, even if it's finished since ages. I heard they include more stuff since then, so it's not 100% Metroid Prime Trilogy. Wii HD. First look at Metroid Prime 4 later on. The game is at 65% of its development cycle. As I said before, even if N said no more Zelda for the anniversary, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are done for a while, so they will come sooner than later. Again, there's been a lot of talk about, well, not remakes, but like basically Wind Waker and Twilight Princess making their way to the Switch, which I really, really hope they do. But it says, don't know anything about Ocarina of Time, and then Majora's Mask HD, but something about the Nintendo 64 version that maybe we'll know later this year. Next up, we have, as I stated a year ago, there is a remake for Oracles of Ages / Seasons in the works 2022 to 2023. There were plans to include a third game that was planned originally for the Game Boy Color. What is clear, at least since the start, is that will be separate releases. So obviously a bunch of different Nintendo games, but now we move on to Pokemon, which is really, really interesting. Basically, they say Detective Pikachu 2 will make a trailer debut early next year alongside the first one that will be ported to Switch. So obviously we got Detective Pikachu 2 announced way back when at the Pokemon kind of conference in May 2019. We got Pokemon Sleep there, we got Detective Pikachu 2 announced, and then since then we've had nothing about either of those things. But apparently now we are going to get a Detective Pikachu 2 trailer early next year. And then as well as that, Gen 9 unlikely to happen in 2022, since there is a Pokemon Let's Go sequel planned for later next year. Pokemon Pinball will make a comeback in some way, somewhere. So a lot of information to kind of digest here. So Gen 9 is unlikely to be next year, which a lot of people expected. They thought we were going to get Legends Arceus at the start of the year and then Gen 9 at the end of 2022. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So I don't really know what they're going to do in 2021. It seems like they're going to be doing a Let's Go sequel at the end of the year, which doesn't surprise me. It's an easy game that they can do. Who knows if it will be like an improvement of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, whether there'll be like abilities and stuff and held items and all that. Something to think about is obviously that they have been teasing Let's Go a lot in all of the different Pokemon Presents and stuff. In the background, there's a bunch of Let's Go kind of like merchandise and just the games, and then you've got like all the Johto stuff, so it's probably going to be a Let's Go Johto, but it does just say Let's Go sequel, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, this isn't concrete evidence, it's not confirmed at all. This is just an insider that apparently, I don't know, they're followed by insiders that are legit, so make of that what you will. It seems like, I don't know, the way that it's just wrote and everything, it seems like this person knows what they're talking about. But yeah, this is just quite a few big things happening. So Gen 9 probably 2023, Let's Go sequel 2022, and then obviously Detective Pikachu also getting a trailer next year. So yeah, a lot of stuff probably happening in the future. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on everything we covered in today's video? The whole Pokemon Go boycotting thing. Are you just annoyed at the game as it stopped you playing it? It stopped a lot of people playing it, so let me know what you think about that. Also, what do you think about this big thread? Everything will be linked in the description down below if you want to read it again. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll keep you up to date with everything to do with Pokemon. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.